Here we are then with the 2025 Ducati Panigale V2S. Prices for this starts at $16,995, and then for the standard V2 version it's $14,995. I think you'll agree with me, this is a stunning looking bike. As we pan around you can just see fully spec'd out Öhlins front and rear suspension, Brembo M50 calipers there, full electronics package, and then you've got Brembo master cylinder, and you've also got a Brembo hydraulic clutch as well. So yeah, looking around the bike, it's the new 890cc engine, twin exhaust coming out of the back there. I think they look really cool. Big thanks to InMotor and Croydon for letting me take this bike out for a ride. Not a single-sided swing on it anymore, it's dual-sided now. I think that's down to them trying to lose weight. It's about 20 kilos less than the previous model. Brembo rear brake there. And there's your Öhlins rear shock, fully adjustable and easy access to all that adjustability as well. So yeah, wonderful looking machine. Looking forward to taking you on this test ride. Do like and subscribe, and let's go for a ride. So how does the Ducati Panigale V2S 2025 model ride in town? Busy traffic, city kind of environment. So far from what I've gathered, very well. Just kind of bimbling along here between 10 and 15 mile an hour. First, second gear kind of stuff. It's very good. Engine's not surging at all. So yeah, here we go, second gear, 20 mile an hour. It's very comfy. It's a very narrow bike, so you can nip in and out of traffic if you're filtering, things like that. Can pull it right down on the rev range, probably go about 15 in second before it starts spluttering. Standard road mode. Probably in sport mode you might struggle a bit more. Let's put it in third gear, 30 mile an hour. Yeah, it's doing alright at 30 as well. So yeah, you can squeeze it easily enough through all the traffic. Whilst I'm at a standstill, can flat foot it, just about. Nearly on tippy toes, but I can flat foot it. I'm 5'10", I've got a 32-inch leg inseam. I'm not too chunky, about 85 kilos. So yeah, conclusions for in-town riding. You'll have no problem. Obviously the machine isn't built for this kind of environment, it wants to go, but if you're needing to cut through some towns, villages, just on your rides, then you're not going to have any issues with it. So yeah, let's get out into the countryside. Let's just see how it finds neutral. On the downshift is fine. Upshift. Let's jump a little bit. It's one of these things you have to get used to with every bike. I think the downshift is better into neutral on this one. On my Tuono, it's better to go into neutral from first. So picked up speed a little bit, bike's nice and warm. Can feel a little bit of heat coming through your legs from the engine. Nothing crazy, but you notice it's there, but it doesn't bother me at all. Might bother some people. Engine, you know, doesn't run massively hot. Probably about the same as my Aprilia Tuono. These twins do have to work a little more. When you get going. So the bike comes with Pirelli Diablo Rosso 4 tyres. It's a nice stock tyre to have on a bike. It's very grippy, they heat up pretty quickly. Not ridden them in the wet or the cold British winter yet, but they do have a fair bit of tread on them, so I should think as long as you're going alright on them, you're not caning it, then you should have enough grip. So pulling away, the bike feels really nice. It's got quite a late clutch on it, on the lever. That's a pretty standard thing with Ducatis. And the quick shifter is butter smooth. Just going from second to third, into fourth. It's really, really nice. Sometimes bikes can be a bit jumpy between second and third because they're going through neutral, but this one's fine. And then on the downshift, yeah, perfect. No jumping at all, which is what you want. So really good quick shifter and blipper on this machine. I'll crank it up in a little bit and just see how it is on the faster speeds. Brakes on the front, you've got Brembo M50 caliper with a Brembo radial master cylinder on the lever. Yeah, great brakes, very strong, nice progressive feel to them. First and second on the quick shift are really good as well. Indicator button is really easy to reach. There are a few controls in this column. Look at this guy on the phone. Woman. Unbelievable. Not even looking at the road. Makes me mad. I don't care if I'm undertaking, I'm getting away from them. So yeah, going back to the brakes, on the back you've got a Brembo rear brake. I think it's a single piston caliper. I've only used it a couple of times, but it seemed to be doing an okay job. So yeah, you can tuck and turn into these corners on this bike. It's a really nimble machine. I think it's 173 kilos, kind of half wet, so without fuel. So it's got all your coolant and everything in it and oils, but no fuel. So you're looking at the S is 173 kilos, and I think the standard model is a little bit more, and I think that is because this bike has a lithium battery and the standard model doesn't have a lithium battery, so you lose a little bit of weight with that. Other than that, just a couple of kilos different. Very busy road here today. Don't know what's going on, probably some traffic lights somewhere. It seems to be the norm around here at the moment. Come on, let me through, thank you. So yeah, filter in again, just cutting through, it's really nice. Yep, here they are, the old lights. There we go, found neutral easy enough there, up from first into neutral. So take a little bit of getting used to, but every bike's different. So yeah, the riding position, it is pretty comfortable for a sports bike. I mean, the bars are on kind of the top of the yoke, so they're not proper clip-ons, so you've got a little bit more height on that. You can fit the Titanic through that gap, mate. And it's a very comfortable seat. I'm not leaning forward too much. I am leaning forward more than I am on my Aprilia. But it's not uncomfortable. Got a little bit of weight on my wrist, but it's nothing that's giving me any pain or anything like that. A lot of people turning around here. People do get fed up with roadworks constantly. Everywhere you go, there's things happening. So let's talk about the mirrors. So they do vibrate quite a lot. They're obviously these big stalks that, or stems, that stick out from the front fairing. So with that, they do vibrate a little bit. It's not, you know, I can still see perfectly what's going on. Sure, you get used to it. Left one seems to be more than the right, and they do stick out quite far, probably about a little bit less than the width of the handlebar, and they do fold inwards, so if you need to maneuver the bike through like an alleyway or something like that, then you can fold them inwards. You've got to use both arms because you don't want to snap them. And obviously the indicator is embedded in the indicator lights are embedded into the end of the mirror, so you've got to be careful not to break them, otherwise you've got no indicators. And my field of vision is really good. A little bit of elbows, but don't have to lean too much to see what's behind you. It's very good. Hoping to get a little bit of twistiness around here. Get away from him and get away from this van driver up ahead. So yeah, with the bike being super light, you can dive it into corners nicely, super manoeuvrable. Yeah, the bike feels really nice when you accelerate, give it some beans. And this is just in standard road mode at the moment. So the engine puts out 120 brake horsepower, and you've got 93 Newton meters of torque. I believe that's around 10,300 RPM is your peak torque. Although they do say, I believe it's 80% of the torque is from 4,000 revs onwards. So even at your lower speeds, when you suddenly accelerate, you're feeling what this engine can do. So it's a new 895cc twin engine. Does sound nice stock. So I've got the twin exhaust out the back. Standard sound is pretty nice. So yeah, quick blast for the overtake. It's nice. Instant power. Yeah, you feel that torque when you open her up a little bit. Very nice. So yeah, been on it 20 minutes or so, no aches and pains. It's very nice. Really nice feel to it. I like how it feels on the road. Not sure if it has self-cancelling indicators or not. I did leave the indicator on purposely earlier to see, and it stayed on, so I'm not too sure about that. So suspension wise, on this S model, you've got the cream of the crop really. You've got Öhlins, fully adjustable at the front. I think it's NIX 30, I think is the model name. But it's really nice to look down and see this kind of blue Öhlins topper on the suspension there. And then on the rear, you've got the fully adjustable Öhlins shock as well. And according to the dealer, this is kind of out of the box setup at the moment, so it's really comfortable. It is absolutely lapping up everything on the road. And obviously you can stiffen it up for a more sporty feel if you're taking something like this on track. This bike does come with cruise control. You've got the buttons on the console on the left here, very easy to reach. This bike hasn't actually been activated yet. It's kind of like a KTM thing where it's a software update, so all bikes come with the buttons, but you have to pay a little bit more for them to actually activate it. Might be something you can negotiate with a dealer on purchase, because having cruise control on a bike is awesome. definitely worth having it. Other electronics, so it's got obviously full riding modes. You can customize them as well, so you can change the engine braking, the traction control, other bits and bobs. You've got full lean sensitive ABS, front and rear. Very nicely spec'd bike. So with this new engine, it doesn't have the Desmodronic valves in it, so it's a little bit kinder on the servicing, particularly when you don't need that Desmo service anymore after whatever it was, 15,000 miles. So I think the service intervals are slightly longer on it now. I'll put them up on screen. Seat height, I do feel fairly kind of, you know, fairly high on the bike. It is relatively high seat height, so it's 837 millimeters. I believe you can get a slightly thinner sport seat, but obviously you're gonna feel that if you're going on longer rides. The stock seat is pretty comfy. It's a little bit of a squish to it, which is nice. And I'm sure with other accessories you can probably get more kind of padded gel comfort seats, things like that. So just looking down on the dash, this is one of the ways you can have this set up. So everything I've got in front of me, so I've got time, gear indicator, rev counter looping around that. Then I've got engine temp, air temperature. I've got my odometer giving me total mileage of the bike, speed in miles an hour. I've got fuel gauge, tells me what the lights are on. So at the moment it's on regular beam, and then there's my full beam, there it goes blue. It's telling me it needs a service, which, you know, maybe it does. Service lights on. So maybe this needs the first service. It's got 700 miles on it. Maybe it needs a look at. So yeah, and you can change this to a more track orientated view where the rev counter kind of creeps around a little bit. There's 2 or 3 views, but this one is one that I like. Gives you everything you need. Kind of telling me I need to put some fuel in it. It was on 3 bars when I came out, so 34 miles to empty. And I shall put some petrol in it for the guys. So yeah, I've just kind of moved my body position a little bit on here, just shifted my bum back so I'm a little bit more hunched over, a bit more sporty, so you can do that as well. There's plenty of room to move around. You're not locked into the cockpit. Dash just went dark then, so it's got a dark mode on the dash. So obviously at night it will go dark, and then all your speed and everything's obviously going to be in white, so it's a little clearer to see in the night. So there's obviously a sensor somewhere on the bike that picks that up. It's automatic. I'm not sure if you can flick between day and night mode. There's probably a setting where you can turn it off as well. So yeah, this is the first sports bike that I've ever ridden. I've only ever ridden naked bikes before, and this is really nice. For a Sunday afternoon buzz around the countryside, really nice option to have something like this. So yeah, the controls are nice to get around. There's this kind of menu system here. Change this up, put it into sport mode. So the mode button is up on the top here. You press mode and then use the selection. So you got wet, road, sport, and there's a race mode as well. And then I suppose you press the enter button, close throttle, and it's not telling me what mode I'm in on the screen, which I thought it did. It's definitely changed to sport though. I can feel that change in the acceleration straight away. Yeah, apologies for that. I was just getting to the nice national speed limit twisty roads, and the camera died. Had a issue with the memory card in it, so that failed. So yeah, sorry about that. But I can give you my conclusions on the bike, and it's amazing. It's a great bike. It's perfect for those roads. You know, thrashing it through the countryside, just, you know, much better than in the city. You don't really need a bike like that for the city. It's all about taking it out on a weekend and just, you know, burning around. I did feel a little bit of pain in my wrists and my back after a good hour and a bit. So I'm not used to that riding position. But you know, it kind of put me off a little bit. I knew that I would get that because I do have a slightly bad back, and yeah, I just felt a little less comfortable than I do on the regular kind of naked bikes. Other than that, it's a dream to ride. You know, you feel so special riding a Ducati that, you know, they're just beautiful. They look beautiful. Their build quality is beautiful. Components are top notch. So yeah, unbelievable bike really, and really recommend it. Definitely get out there and test ride one. And see you next time. Take care.
No time to think. No time to think. No time to think. Lost my wife and my wallet down in Mexico. Lost my dog and my eye and a bunch of love. Have to run.